What's up, you guys? Today is day 15. And I'm posting every day until I make $10,000 to $15,000 a month. As y'all can see by the title, y'all don't want to be rich for real. But before I get into it, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to my videos. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I literally just sat here. I'm at work right now. I drive trucks through CDL. I'm over here at Chick-fil-A, y'all can see. And I'm not even gonna lie, I just recorded a whole freaking video explaining about this, but my phone had said iPhone storage is full, so I'm like, dang, I gotta restart my whole video. So I'm about to really just kind of speed through it and get straight to the point, you know. So I got 5 reasons why y'all don't want to be rich for real. Okay, so for number 1, right, a lot of y'all don't work when y'all don't feel like it. When I say this, I don't necessarily just mean as in like you don't show up to work. And if you're not doing that, then you are already off track. But I mean, like, I'm not just saying as far as like you don't go to work. I mean as far as like you don't work on the things that you want to do, like your dreams and aspirations. You're not really working towards that. And I don't like if you, okay, say you got a job, right? You work in your job and you work 40 hours a week. I know some people work more than that, of course, you know, but say you got a job, you work 40 hours a week. If you're not making no type of plan to where it's like, okay, I work at this job, I work 40 hours a week. I want to start a clothing brand. I'm gonna put this much amount of money to the side while I continue working here, so that I got the money to start my stuff. If you're not doing that, if you're not working towards your goals, if you're not showing up to work, if you're not, you know, doing the stuff that you got to do, you don't want to be rich for real. You know, you're too complacent, you're too hesitant, and you let your moods and emotions dictate you and make you feel like you don't want to do it when you know in reality that you really do want to do it. So that's my first one, you know. So I need to avoid doing that. Make sure y'all work even when y'all don't feel like it. You know what I mean? Like on yourself. Work on yourself even when you don't feel like it. Even when the world is the worst and the things are going bad for you. Make sure you work on yourself. And my second one is saving instead of spending. A lot of us, we spend too much money. As simple as that. Like, you don't want to be rich for it. You spending the money. The money is the tool. The money is the tool. I gotta understand, the money is the tool. After you pay your bills, you need money on the side. If you ain't got no money on the side after your bills, you need to downsize your lifestyle. You need to do something to where you're able to save money. At least can save $500 a month or something like that. You gotta at least do something where you bring in some money in, you actually can keep it. It's not about how much you make, like we all know. It ain't about how much you make. It's about how much you keep. You know, you can make $100,000 a year, losing all your money. The person at Chick-fil-A could be saving their money and have more money than the person making $100,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? So it's no different. You just save your money. Stop spending so much. Build up better habits. Just stop spending. You don't want to be rich for if you keep spending your money. You don't want to be rich, man. You think you do, but you don't. My third one is being consistent even when nobody is watching. So a lot of us, when it comes down to people watching us, we get into a facade, we get into a phase. We think like, oh, I gotta be my best. I gotta be at my best. I gotta do it now because they watching me. I gotta look like I'm up to par and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. But like, I remember hearing somebody said, you know who you really are when you by yourself and when you alone. That's who you really is. That whatever you do when you alone, when nobody watching, that's who you are. Because, like I said in one of my other videos, because the time reveals everything. The same way how you put a seed in the ground and the tree grow over time. You didn't know that seed was in the ground. You don't know what time it went in the ground. You don't know nothing, but you see that tree blossom to be as big as it is. The same thing is for our lives. It's like what you do with nobody watching, over time is gonna show. And when it shows, it's either gonna show extravagantly beautiful or it's gonna show as a disaster. It's gonna show as like it's nothing, you know what I mean? So you gotta choose what you wanna choose. If you wanna be rich for real, be consistent with nobody watching. That's all. That's as simple as that. The fourth thing is learning instead of just consuming content. So a lot of y'all, including myself, I fall into this category too. I'm not gonna lie, like sometimes I would literally watch motivational videos a lot and stuff like that, but the whole time I'm not really putting in the work to do it. So like it's like you just getting the dopamine from watching a video, getting the motivation from these videos, but at the same time you're not really applying the stuff in your real life. You just complacent. You think that you're doing it because you're listening to it and you're hearing it, but you gotta take it a step further. You gotta move on, like the Bible quote that say, "Faith without works is dead." You believe in it, you hearing it, but you ain't doing it. It's dead. You ain't doing nothing. You ain't put the seed in the ground. You knew that you believe in it. You believe that tree can grow, but you ain't go walk and put the seed in the ground. And it's simple as that. You gotta go walk, put the seed in the ground. You gotta go walk, water it every day. Every day, water that seed every day. Whatever you're doing, water it every single day. And in time, that tree gonna blossom. Whatever you want to do with your life, it's gonna grow. It's gonna become that because you did it. And this is another thing I'm gonna add to this because this is something I'm going through right now. Like today, I was about to say, man, forget this. I'm not posting no video, bro. I just sat here and talked about 20 minutes, bro. And I'm like, man, forget that. I ain't posting no video today, but I thought to myself, like, man, I can't do this. I said I'm gonna post every day, so I'm gonna post every day. So just make that commitment to yourself and just do it, man. Just do it. So I'm talking to myself as I'm talking to y'all, like real talk. And my last one is this: you gotta be able to look stupid when you first start. Like for instance, me doing these content stuff, like I never felt myself to be the person to do content, actually push out videos, put my face in the camera, and talk to the camera. I never thought that I'd be able to do this type of thing because, in a way, I just never saw myself like that. I thought like I wasn't fit for it, you know what I mean? So, but with anything you do in life, getting a new job, building your first business, doing something that you never done before, you're gonna look stupid when you start, and you can't be scared to look stupid. So if you go to a job because you gotta get a job and you look stupid the first day, that feeling you have when everybody looking at you like that, that's the new guy, that's the new person. You gotta go through that phase, even in your real life, with the real things you want to do. You gotta go through that phase. You're gonna go through that phase. You know, so don't be sad about it. Don't be mad about it. Just live through it, get through it, because keep showing up. Like I said, keep being consistent, and over time, like I said before, exactly. Over time, it's gonna show. You're gonna get better. Everything connects. What I'm saying, like over time, it's gonna get better. You're gonna become better at what you're doing. It don't matter what time you start, it don't matter when you start. As long as you live and you got breath in your body, take it day by day. You never know where you're gonna get to. You just never know. And I'd rather try now and do it now and water that seed now, even if that seed never grow. I'd rather do it. And then I look back and I'm like, dang, I'm glad I at least tried. At the end of my life, I'm like, at least I tried. At least I posted the video. At least I did it and see if I could do it, even if I failed. So that's the mindset you gotta have. You gotta be able to look stupid. Those are all the 5 things the reasons why I say I don't want to be rich for real. If I'm gonna say that, I'm gonna repeat it again. Y'all not able to work when you don't feel like it. You're not able. Y'all spending instead of saving. Y'all not being consistent when nobody watching. You're not learning. You just consuming content. You're not actually doing nothing. You just consuming content. You're not able to look stupid when you first start. So those are 5 things right there. We're gonna end the video off on a good note. You gotta flip it. So if you want to be rich for real, these are the 5 things that you gotta do. You have to do. You gotta be able to work when you don't feel like it. You gotta be able to save instead of spend. You gotta be able to be consistent even when nobody watching you. You gotta be able to learn and not just learn and do instead of just consuming the content. You gotta be able to do it. And lastly, you gotta be able to look stupid when you first started out. If you're able to do these things, and all of this stuff takes courage. Everything takes courage. You gotta just do it. You gotta say F what everybody's saying, what they looking like, what they thinking about, how they looking at me doing it. If you got to be consistent, and you gotta just do it. There's no other formula to it. There's no other formula to it. But like everything else in the world, everything takes time. It took time for you to grow to the human being that you are today. It's gonna take time for you to grow spiritually, mentally, physically to be able to reach the goals the aspirations that you have for your life. So just take your time, take it day by day. If you have a setback, you gotta fall back. It doesn't matter. Just keep growing, keep pushing, keep being consistent. The same way I'm being consistent by making this video, even though I just sat here for 30 minutes. I gotta go to right now. So I gotta go to my stop. But like, I just sat here for all this time and I wasn't even recording for real. So I just broke this down quick and in a hurry. I've been tested right before I even did it. So the same way that seed in the ground, you're gonna get tested when that seed grow up and the wind blow and everything blowing, everything hitting against you. You're gonna be tested. That's the world we live in, but you gotta keep pushing. So make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy this type of content. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for watching my videos. Like I say, I'm posting every day until I make $10,000 to $15,000 a month. I'm working towards being able to leave my job, be able to go towards my businesses and my aspirations that I want to have for my life as well. So if you guys like this content, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all again tomorrow.